From the unmistakable glide of a banana bike down the neighborhood street to the shimmer of GoGo Boots on the dance floor, the 1960s were a time of iconic style, unforgettable fun, and revolutionary change. Let's dive back into those golden years and revisit 12 things you remember if you grew up in the 1960s. Nothing quite says 60s childhood like the iconic banana bike, especially the Schwin Stingray. Its introduction in 1963 revolutionized bike design with features like the high-rise handlebars and the distinctive long banana-shaped seat that could accommodate more than one rider, making it a symbol of coolness and freedom. Riding down the street, feeling the wind in your hair, and perhaps racing with friends, the Stingray wasn't just a bike, it was a ticket to adventure. The bright colors and customizable accessories made each Stingray unique, reflecting the personality of its rider. If you had one, you were the envy of every kid on the block. The Stingray was more than a mode of transportation, it was a childhood companion. GoGo Boots are synonymous with the 60s fashion revolution, embodying the era's spirit of freedom and experimentation. Originally designed for dancing, they became a staple in women's fashion, worn by teenagers and young adults alike. The boots were typically white, came up to the knee, and were worn with skirts, creating a look that was both bold and playful. The name Go-Go is derived from the phrase go-go-go for a high-energy person or dancer, and these boots were certainly seen on the dance floors of the most happening clubs of the time. Nancy Sinatra's "These Boots Are Made for Walking" became an unofficial anthem for the go-go boot-wearing crowd, encapsulating the empowerment and independence that the boots symbolized. Before the era of smartphones and social media, roller skating was a primary social activity for young people. The roller rink was the place to be, offering a unique combination of sport, fun, and social interaction. It was where you met friends, showed off your skating skills, and maybe even held hands with your crush during the couple's skate. The music blaring through the speakers set the pace, and the disco ball added a touch of magic to the atmosphere. Roller skating wasn't just about skating, it was about belonging, sharing experiences, and creating memories that would last a lifetime. Whether you were a pro gliding effortlessly or a newbie clinging to the sides, the roller rink was a haven of joy and camaraderie. No 60s home was complete without a lava lamp, the quintessential symbol of grooviness. Invented in 1963, the lava lamp fascinated with its slow-moving, blob-like shapes that rose and fell in a hypnotic dance. The lamp's popularity soared as it became synonymous with the psychedelic movement, representing peace, love, and the free-flowing spirit of the era. Placed in living rooms, bedrooms, and even dorms, the lava lamp was not just a source of ambient lighting. It was a statement piece that sparked imagination and served as a focal point for contemplation and conversation. Raquel Welch emerged as a screen icon in the 1960s, epitomizing the era's glamour and sex appeal. With her breakthrough role in 1 Million Years BC, where she donned the now iconic fur bikini, Welch became an instant sensation. Her image adorned bedroom walls and locker doors, making her a fantasy figure for many and a style icon for women. Beyond her beauty, Welch's confidence and presence on screen challenged the traditional roles of women in cinema, making her a symbol of the changing attitudes towards femininity and empowerment in the 60s. For many who grew up in the 1960s, Saturday mornings were sacred. This was the time when the television belonged to the children, and the airwaves were filled with a variety of cartoons that ranged from the adventurous to the downright zany. From the Flintstones and the Jetsons to Scooby-Doo and Looney Tunes, these shows provided endless entertainment and taught valuable and sometimes questionable lessons. It was a time of innocence and simplicity, where all it took to solve a problem was a clever disguise or a fast car. The ritual of waking up early, pouring a bowl of cereal and settling in front of the TV is a cherished memory for many, representing a time of joy and carefree abandon. The family station wagon was more than just a vehicle, it was a vessel for adventure and togetherness. With its spacious interior and rear-facing third seat, it could accommodate large families, pets, and all the essentials for a road trip. Families of the 60s would pile into their station wagon for drives to the beach, visits to relatives, or cross-country vacations, making memories along the way. The station wagon was a staple of American life, embodying the spirit of exploration and the importance of family. It represented freedom, the open road, and the promise of new experiences just over the horizon. The 60s saw the rise of the hippie movement, a counterculture that advocated for peace, love, and harmony. Hippies were easily recognizable by their long hair, tie-dyed shirts, and bell-bottom jeans, challenging the conventional norms of society. They gathered in large music festivals, like the legendary Woodstock, and in peaceful protests against the Vietnam War. The hippie movement left a lasting impact on society, promoting values of tolerance, environmentalism, and global peace, influencing generations to come. Rock'em Sock'em Robots was the ultimate battle toy that captivated children in the 60s. Introduced in 1964, this game allowed players to control two robots in a boxing ring, aiming to knock the opponent's head off. The simplicity of the concept, combined with the satisfaction of landing a winning punch, made it a favorite among kids. Another popular toy was the Wham-O Super Ball, which took the simple joy of bouncing a ball and turned it into a phenomenon. Introduced in the early 60s, its unique rubber composition allowed it to bounce higher than any ball before it, sparking a craze among children and adults alike. Attempting to catch it after a powerful bounce brought laughter and challenges to playgrounds and backyards. The Etch-a-Sketch, with its simple red frame and two white knobs, was another toy that was very popular in the 60s. It was a marvel of design and function. Users could twist the knobs to create linear graphic images, from simple doodles to complex works of art, only to shake it and start all over again. The Etch-a-Sketch was not just a toy. It was a tool for imagination, embodying the innovative spirit of the 1960s and remaining a beloved icon of creativity and fun. The mini skirt, introduced by Mary Quant in the early 60s, became a powerful symbol of youth culture and female liberation. Its daring length was a radical departure from the conservative fashions of previous decades, embodying the decade's spirit of freedom and rebellion. Worn with GoGo boots or simple flats, the miniskirt was embraced by women around the world, making it one of the most enduring fashion trends of the 20th century. The miniskirt was more than just a piece of clothing. It represented a shift in societal norms and the rising voice of a new generation. No recounting of the 1960s would be complete without mentioning the Beatles. Emerging from Liverpool, England, the Beatles transformed the landscape of popular music with their innovative sound, profound lyrics, and charismatic presence. Their arrival in the United States in 1964 sparked Beatlemania, a frenzy that swept across the globe. The Beatles were not just a band, they were a cultural phenomenon that influenced fashion, language, and attitudes towards life and love. Their music, from I Want to Hold Your Hand to Let It Be, became anthems for a generation seeking change and new expressions of freedom. In the early 60s, a new dance craze called the twist, popularized by Chubby Checker's hit song, took the world by storm. Unlike previous dances, the twist didn't require partners to touch, making it revolutionary and somewhat controversial at the time. It was a dance that anyone could do anywhere, breaking down social barriers and bringing people together in joyous movement. The twist parties became a staple of 1960s culture, symbolizing the decade's break from tradition and the embrace of individual expression and fun. Each of these memories from the 1960s reflect a decade of profound change and enduring fun. For those who grew up in the 60s, these aren't just nostalgic memories. They're chapters of a youth lived in vibrant color, each one holding stories of a time when the world was wide open with possibilities. Which of these things do you remember? Make sure to subscribe to the channel and let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching.